Okay, just to give you a little bit about myself, I have an engineering background as well as I'm an interprovincial journeyman electrician. I've been introduced to a technology 20 years ago, and it's infrared technology. And what it allows us to do is, the technology that I use allows me to see heat beyond our visible spectrum. So we use it for a multitude of applications, and usually it's to disprove consultants and to verify products for people. Now we got sent a new product, so of course you know it was with great pleasure that I set out to once again disprove you people. Now what you see on the screen here is the part, we've chopped it down so we can just keep more of the images in place for you. The before images are on the left hand side. You guys, this is, now they're going to talk about this more, it's that biaxial foot plate. Now the idea that they've got 3 palm mags in each side of this, and you sit down and put your feet on this. Somebody with a foot challenge and more challenges like myself, I was very interested in this because I've always said to myself, you know what, I'd like a little more. I'd like a little more. So what we did is we imaged 10 people. We imaged type 1, type 2 diabetics. We imaged people with nerve damage in their feet, with injured ankles. We imaged quadriplegics. And even when I was imaging the quadriplegics, I kind of did it as an interest thing because I thought, well, I wonder if that's really applicable for this. And I didn't understand the challenges that they have when you've got a broken back or a broken neck. And it's quite significant. So I'm going to show you this image here. This lady here on the left-hand side, you can see that she's got an inflammation in her ankle. She's got a broken ankle that just didn't heal very well. This is her before images. Now these are on the same span of temperature, so you guys can just make reference to color changes. On the right-hand side, that's the change in her physiology after 1 hour. 1 hour on that product. And that's quite significant. And to get her, when she got off there, I said, how do you feel? She said, you know what? She said, isn't it? She said, it's really strange. She said, I feel more energy. Next day she called me during the day as well, and she said, you know what? My legs feel better. My ankle feels better. So this was my first study here. This guy here, diabetic. Now first off, he said to me in the before images here, you can see that little bit of a hot spot right down here. I said, what'd you do to your feet? And he said, when I was 11 years old, a cow stepped on my foot. So when you're 11 years old and you're trying to boost a 1,000-pound cow off your foot, he said I was there for about 20 minutes before my father came along and helped do those things. But the idea that, and with this imaging, the idea that 50 years later, I can look at him and say, what'd you do to your arch in your toe? And that's where the cow got him. And again, I wanted to keep this down because I don't want to just have these flaming white images come at you guys, because there's a lot more information available to you with this. But just to show you, here's the change in that diabetic's physiology after an hour on that product. So this is just a difference in this guy's feet. And the idea that for diabetics, listen, these guys have got circulation challenges. And the idea that, when I talked even about the guy that sent me this prototype, I said, I even to ask him to see what he's going to say. I said, what's the idea? He said, the idea is to have a treatment and then to step up these and get onto your mag steps again. 10 minutes. To get on your mag steps again, but the idea to get a treatment. And I'm also going to tell you with me, like I say with the mag steps for me, the mag steps are doing a wonderful job, and with the water as well. The first person I tried on this product was me. And always in my left foot, and even no matter what I was doing, I still had swelling in there. Couldn't always see the veins in my toes, couldn't see lots of things going on. And I just ran into Anthony in a way here, and a wonderful guy that he is, he said, how are your feet doing? And I said, I cannot remember in my lifetime that I've been this comfortable with my feet. My own secret thoughts before, when I would go to a doctor or something else like this, and everybody knows their own medical history and how you're feeling and things, I would go to my doctor and I said, listen, I'm numb in my left foot, I can't feel my foot. It's swollen, and you know in your heart that guess what? I'm amputation material. This is where this is going for me. And the idea that I can't begin to tell you how good I feel with these products, and I'm just much more active than I used to be, and it just wows the heck out of me. Now this one here, this is something that's not available right now, and this is something that we did. This is a quadriplegic. A horse stepped on her back, threw her forward, stepped on her back, and broke her back in the middle. Something I never considered from an engineering point of view is you've got nerve damage. So when we leaned her forward in her chair, her sister was there helping us, we leaned her forward in her chair, right where the brake was and below the brake, she's cold. You don't have your nerves talking, your body's not communicating, so you can't send blood, you can't do what you got to do. This is why when I imaged her feet. Now you don't want to talk about circulation challenges associated with that. There's her feet in the top left-hand side before magnetic influence. And what she always said to me is, she said, guess what? I'm freezing from here down constantly. This is just what goes on with these people. The next guy we imaged too broke his neck up here in a diving accident. So he's got a ventilator on here because the nerves can't talk to anything down below that. So he's got a ventilator. His mom had heating pads on his hands. They've got things on his feet. They're trying to keep him warm because they're just not functioning very well at all. You look in that after image here, and this is the only time I've ever had to stop an experiment and change spans, because look at the dramatic changes in her physiology after 52 minutes. And the amazing thing was afterwards is her sister called me a week after that, and she said, you know the pressure sores? And I said, yes. She said, I don't know if the magnets had anything to do with it. She said, but it's healing. It's healing. And then I talked to a local consultant in Kelowna, John Schlapback. He's a massage therapist. And I said, John, have you dealt with pressure sores and those issues? And he said, yes, I have. And he said, I had a guy that was being hospitalized because of these same issues. And I said, and what did you guys do? He said, sleep system. You guys can put him in a chair pad. You guys can put him on mag steps. There's your products you can treat these guys with. And John said the guy never went back to the hospital to be treated again. And you guys, aren't you guys really up to something? You guys, I want to tell you something that I want to thank you guys. I want to thank you guys for what you're doing environmentally. I want to thank you for how you've changed my life. And you guys, your products are applicable to everybody in the world, young, old, and everybody else. Because one, even if you're feeling healthy from a maintenance point of view, preventive maintenance, looking after yourself, try the water regimen. But I want to thank you guys for what you do for me, and I want to thank you guys for inviting me back to sharing this information with you guys. And I want to tell you guys keep up the good work and keep doing what you're doing, because there's a lot of really stubborn people who really think there's something like me out there looking and waiting for you guys. Okay? So thank you very much.
The claims, opinions, and representations herein are solely those of the presenters. Team Diamond makes no warranty expressed or implied for any purpose as the contents herein or the claims, opinions, or representations of the presenters.